So then we got another van chat. It's been a couple of weeks. I said they wouldn't be every week, but it's been a couple of weeks. I'm on my way to another job, so I thought I'd jump on and give you a bit of an update on what's been going on. Off the back of my last video with the warm air heating duct system, I cannot believe how many of you loved that video. I really enjoyed putting that video together. I enjoyed doing the work on it because I'd never done one before. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it in the description. Go and have a look at it. A warm air system that I'd never done before. But what everybody loved about that video, and I knew they would, was David, the customer whose job it was. Now, I've worked with David on various jobs at his house over the last probably 5 years, and as you'll have seen in that video, I showed you a bathroom I did for him before I was doing YouTube and everything like that. But I've worked on his stuff for the last 5 years or 6 years or so, and he is just brilliant. He's an old school farmer who mends stuff. He doesn't want to buy, if he has to buy new stuff he will, but he'll mend stuff. He'll look at something and go, I've got something I can fix that with, or I can fix that, or I know someone who can fix it, which was a prime example in that video of him taking that heat exchanger away and getting it basically remade. But everybody loved it, and I'm glad they did, because David is an amazing person. You know, sometimes you just meet someone in our line of work or in any trade or any job, to be honest, and you'll meet someone along that way and you just become really good friends. And I've become really good friends with him. He's very recently lost his wife, which is a shame, so I do spend a little bit of time popping in and seeing him. In fact, I'm going to go and see him and show him the video and show him the comments from that video, because yeah, he'll be made up with that. So a massive shout out to everybody that's commented on it. If you haven't seen the video, I'll put the link in the description. Please go and check it out. It's just, I just really enjoyed making it. I really enjoyed editing it, and yeah, it's just a good one. So there's that. And secondly, I want to talk about, I have a lot of people comment on my van. Now, I love my van. Being a car guy, I'm into cars and stuff anyway. But I love my van. I love how it looks and what it represents. I love the branding on the side of it. I've always been someone that's had my van sign written. I know there's a case for not having your van sign written because it stops people breaking into it, but I don't think it does anymore. I think people will break into vans now, whether they're sign written or not. They'll just go in them. So for me, I like coming out of my house in the morning and seeing my sign written van and being proud of my business. I've had my business 20 years, being proud of it. But what I do get asked a lot is, oh, you know, you've got a brand new van, I bet that's not cheap. I lease my van. My van cost me, luckily I got it before COVID. So it's brand new, had 14 mile on it, I think, when I collected it. Vauxhall Vivaro, the new shape Vivaro, sportive, long wheelbase. So it's got like Apple CarPlay, and it's just a nice van. I like it. You know, a lot of people slate Vauxhalls. The van previously that I had was a Vauxhall Vivaro, so this is the new shape one. Now, I leased this van, and at the time I did it through Vanarama, and I put down 800 quid over 5 years, put down 800 quid, and it cost me £240 a month. That's it. Don't need to pay any road tax because it's leased, they pay all that. So just fuel it, service it, and run it basically. 240 quid a month for 5 years. I can have it sign written as long as when it goes back to them, it's in the same state. So obviously I'll take the wheels off, take the stickers off, take the sign writing off. I put a little splitter on the front just to lower the front end of it. It's just what I like doing. So I'll obviously take that off, but it's been brilliant, touch wood. And the deal is, all you've got to do is keep the servicing up. I have it serviced at Vauxhall just because it's easier to do it that way. But it works for me. It's 100% tax deductible because I'm a sole trader, and you're basically leasing an item. So you put that all through your books. So yeah, I think it ends up costing me, it's about £3 a year. Yeah, about £3 a year to have a brand new van. Of course, you pull up on someone's driving a brand new van. Loads of people think, oh, he's got a brand new van, he must be charging a lot. It's leased. I don't own it. You know, I haven't sunk 30 grand into a van. And I think next year when my lease is up on this, I'll probably lease another one, because it's been really good. I get it, leases aren't for everyone, because at the end of the 5 years, you've put your initial deposit down, which was 800 quid. Then I've put 3 grand a year, so it's going to be like 15 grand by the time I've gone in. After 5 years, I just give it back and go again. That worked for me. I'm happy with that. You know, it all comes out. It's through the business anyway, so I haven't got a problem with it. I get people HP them, or PCP vans, so you put a big chunk down at the start, then you're paying it off, and then you'd have a balloon payment at the end. I do that. I've done that with cars before. I'm not doing it with the current car I've got. I've bought that. But yeah, for me, leasing works as long as you service it. And again, goes to Vauxhall for a service. In fact, I think the last service, it went to my mate's garage. In fact, it did. So as long as it uses genuine parts, it's covered. So yeah, I do get asked quite a lot about it. And funny enough, just what happened then, I'm going to talk about in a minute, because it's sort of like the unwritten rule of tradespeople. So yeah, if you are interested in leasing vans, it might work for you, it might not. Go into the fine print of it. I did. There's loads to sort of read up on, but it worked for me. What's just happened now is a massive queue of traffic, and I don't know about you. Drop in the comments actually. Let me know what you do. If I see a trade van waiting to pull out of a junction, I'll let them out. And I find other trades vans do that with other trades vans. Do you do it? Drop in the comments, let me know. If you're driving along and you see a van waiting to get out of a junction, do you let them out or not? I've always done it. I just always have. It's like a thing, and I always find if ever you're driving along and you stop at a junction, it's always a van that lets another van out. So yeah, drop in the comments, let me know. What else have we got to talk about? What else has been going on? Oh, next week, so this is currently, there we are, Wednesday. So next Thursday, I'm sort of blowing my own trumpet here, I have been nominated. I'm a finalist in the On The Tools Awards for Bathroom Fitter of the Year. Amazing, properly made up for it. So it's a massive event that On The Tools do. They invite, there's various categories: content creators, kitchen fitter of the year, roofer of the year, builder of the year. So I've been nominated as a finalist. There's 4 other people in the category. So touch wood again, hopefully I'll win that. But the main thing is going to there. And what I do with social media, I do get invited to a lot of places, and my missus sort of says to me, and if anyone's watching this that does the social sort of stuff as well will probably understand. My missus says to me, oh, you're just out on a jolly, this, that and the other. Don't get me wrong, it's good fun, but also it's sort of networking. You're meeting other brands and other people and this, that and the other. So being a finalist at this award ceremony, they have given me a +1. So I'm taking my missus. It's a proper suited and booted. She's going out to buy a dress. We're stopping over the night at the hotel. So yeah, I'm looking forward to taking her along actually and meeting up with everyone. So I just thought I'd let you know I've got that coming up. So I will let you know if I win. I'll try and get some content from there as well, because the On The Tools Awards is really quite a prestige event within the industry. So if I can, I'll get some footage of it, depending on how drunk I get on the night. But yeah, I'll let you know if I win it. Hopefully I'll do it. Be nice. Be nice if I did. What else have we got? What else has been going on? So tomorrow, we're leading into Christmas, where people are now beginning to ring and say, can you get this done for Christmas? Tomorrow, I've just been and picked some materials up for tomorrow, because it's a bit of a rush job. I usually use snug underfloor heating systems, pipework for my underfloor heating, whereas this job is a tiny little room, and I've had to pull a load of strings and move some work around to be able to get in there tomorrow to get it done. So I've picked up some polypipe underfloor heating just from Plumbase, and I've had to move some jobs about to get it done. It's for a customer of mine that I've had for a while, so it was either tomorrow or 2 weeks time, and in 2 weeks time I think he wants it done and dusted and finished, because in his text, Tom, if you're watching this, you'll know it's you. In his text message he said to me, Mark, when can you get over and do it? I said it'll be the 25th. Oh, that might be too late. We've got a baby due in on the 5th of December. Now I replied back to him, so you've had 9 months. You've had 9 months to get this done, but you've waited literally till the last point. And this is where people, they put the pressure. It's different because it's Tom, but people do put the pressure on you. You obviously get messages and phone calls from people saying, I've got a leak, is there any chance you could come this week? Or, I've got a leak, I've got a problem with my boiler, or whatever problem there is, and it's a Tuesday. Whatever problem is, I'm in Thursday and Friday. I've got my grandmother staying with me and she's 85. So straight away, they're pushing for you to get there. They're telling you what days they're free. They're telling you they've got an elderly person in that property. Yeah, just trying to get you there a little bit quicker. Sometimes it works, but 99% of the time I'm that busy booked up. So just again, let me know in the comments if you've had it where people use an elderly person, a baby, or some reason to try and get you onto that job quicker than your diary allows you. And then sometimes when you're pushing stuff in your diary like that, it becomes, that's when pressure starts to build up in yourself. You know, in your work, you start to get under pressure, and you're stressing yourself out by moving the goalposts for people, moving your goalposts for people to sort people out. They won't, 9 times out of 10, they won't give a shit about you 10 months down the line. Whereas the customers that you've maybe moved to get that person to get that person's system up and running. So I was trying to navigate an island then. To get that person's system up and running, they won't think twice about going to someone else. Whereas you're sacrificing a load of other work, maybe for customers that you've had for years, to get that job done. So just be a little bit wary of that. Right, I think that's about it. I'm about a mile away from this job, so I'm going to drop them a message, let them know that I'm here, and we'll go from there. But yeah, another little tradesman's chat in the van. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.